Oh, well, hello there, everybody. People of the Anglo-Saxon, Germanic, Norse led the Adeseta. People of Feinsfensida. People of a Klingershaaf and Wolfingershaaf. Today, I'm actually going to be doing the Havermal show in my new Anglo-Saxon Germanic hall. There is the entrance. It is in my garden. And Reese is with us.
Hello, folks.
We'll be having a few beers after this. We'll just show you around the way of food. We'll show you around the way of foods there. We've got John Barleycorn there, so there you go, Chris. That's where we keep him. We've got the way or litter. We've got Ingwe, all the deities there. The flag of Wessex, shield. One more Germanic oval shields. We've got the golden burst throw over there. We've got Sussex, the energy sacrificing cauldron. There where we can put Uttengard energies in if we need to cast them out anytime. We've got
A plaque with Old English. What do you call him?
The seasons.
Yeah, a season calendar. That's what I was on. That's what I was looking for.
We've got Northumbria, Essex. Just there, it's a bit hard to see. You've got Kent. Spinning it round. I've actually got an archery board down here.
It's a bit dark.
And all the wood and stuff. Yeah. We've got the kite shield there. Another round shield. Another Wayerford there with the white stag. Monga, Sunna. More candles.
That's
and on there is Warden, Ingwe and Funnels, Waleford. Where we have another candle. A picture of Robin of Sherwood, who represents our forebears that were
and on the
in
plaque next to it.
In the time of the Normans, the Orcs. We've got it's a bit hard to see, it's a bit blurry for some reason. We've got a Shropshire Wassail song plaque and a picture of my family when we were much younger there, the Wassail log. It spreads incense. Now then, let's spin this and see if it's any good. Yes, it is. So I did a Havermal show today. I just want to say as well, I did a reading, my first face-to-face runic reading yesterday for two of my friends at my workplace, and I must say it went brilliantly. And there were some nice signs out of it for their tough time. Obviously you can never guarantee what the gods are going to give you with the runes and the weird sisters, but their readings were quite positive luckily, which is quite good considering there were two people, because you never know what you're going to get. But they were very lucky and they've got positive outcomes from what it says. I've also want to show you this. We've actually, what I forgot to show you, what this is currently stood on. We've got a long table and some chairs, so it's proper on the go now. This hall, it's doing really well. So yeah, excuse me, but anyway, enough babbling on. We are currently on chapter, where is Havermal quotes? I've got Varg Vikernes in the back. His music's relaxing, for relaxing and spiritual reasons, obviously, not for political. And we're on chapter 56 and 57. So as always, I shall break down Fork and Bellows. I've actually opened the exact page. I'm actually going to bring this candle so I can read it and see it.
Yeah, bring it along.
Hot on the top, you've got to watch that.
Should put
the
a bit.
Handle's fine.
I was going to say, put a bit of black tape on it just to like, or a bit of leather, and that way it doesn't conduct.
Just like our forebears did. We used the light. So I'm going to read this. I've got the Havermal here. Then we're going to break it down like we do every night. Probably the easiest being Bellows. He explains it the most clear, and it gets more clear as you go through Thorpe and Bray. Talks modern English, as I say, every show, to but in a much more ancient phrase. So here we go, and obviously the Old Norse is actually written at the top. Oh, you can hear the wind, you can hear it blowing the yew tree above the lovely hall, Germanic hall.
I was going to say, when the colder nights come, bruv, we'll have to have these doors shut and maybe some more candles.
Definitely, we will. Anyway, here comes Bray. Wise in measure should each man be, but ne'er let him wax to wise. Who looks not forward to learn his fate, unbound hearts will beat. Here comes 4, who will explain it a bit easier, and then of course Bellows. Moderately wise should each one be, but never over wise. His destiny let know, no man beforehand. His mind will be freest from care. And then of course Bellows. A measure of wisdom each man shall have, but never too much let him know. Let no man the fate before him see for so. Is he frest from sorrow? I think Thorpe actually cleared that one up pretty better, so I'm going to read Thorpe's again. Moderately wise should each one be, but never over wise. His destiny let know, no man beforehand. His mind will be freest from care. Can you break that down into what that would mean into a modern lesson, brother? Should we let Reese have a go at this?
What's this?
Chapter 56 of the Havermal. So what I'll do is I'll read it,
Yeah.
and then I'll try and explain the life lesson of what he's trying to say.
Yeah, but move your horn, because here's what I'll do. Just
Okay,
so we can
you
get us
know,
both
zoom it out a bit.
all the drinking horns and stuff will move up here, because we're not exactly drinking yet. So what we can do is move that back.
It's going to be a bit hot, so I don't want to touch. Do not touch the top of that because it is red up.
And what I'll do for now is I'll move the chair up. It may be a bit off balance like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's that way with Dave, isn't it?
So do you want me to read this again, and do you want to try and break this down, bro?
Yeah, go on, Buv.
Right, so I'm going to do, shall I do Thorpe or Bellows?
Whichever one you think's easier for me.
Let's go with Thorpe. Moderately wise should each one be, but never over wise. His destiny let know, no man beforehand. His mind will be freest from care. Yeah.
Basically, in a modern way of putting it, and just short and simple as anyone would understand, especially in today's world, as I would say, it's basically as don't be over smart. Basically, don't be a smart ass.
Yeah.
And as for freest of care, what was that one about? Help me out with that one, Bill.
Freest of care means probably stand steadfast, would it be?
Yeah, freest of care.
Stand steadfast of your ways, but you know, don't ram it down people's throats. Don't be over.
Basically, don't be overzealous with it.
Overzealous, yeah. You know, people can be. Everybody in the world at some point can be. You know, what would you say? Let's read it again. Let's read Bellows' version. A measure of wisdom each man shall have, but never too much let him know. So we're still on the wisdom subject.
Now with that, I guess you could say is, it's basically saying you're vast in the knowledge on a topic, but you don't know everything, or you're yet to know all about it.
Yes.
That's basically a way of breaking it down, I could say.
So, you know, you've got so much knowledge, but again, you don't know everything he's saying.
Yeah.
Let no man the fate before him see for so is freest from sorrow. So that every man.
Basically, with that part, I guess you could say is a way of not tempting fate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to go back on you.
Yeah. Don't try and guarantee fate. You know, don't be overconfident because it doesn't always work out the way you want it to be. And I think that's what he's saying, isn't it?
He is, yeah.
With chapter 56. And you know, you don't know all the knowledge that you think you know. And I think that's pretty much covered that. Chapter 57. You ready, bro?
Go on, Buff.
We'll start with Bray. He's very ancient in the modern of English, and then we'll move down to Thorpe and Bellows again. Brand kindles from brand until it be burned, Spark the kindled from spark, but spark is kindled from spark. Man unfolds him by speech with man, but grows over secrets, though silence. That's right. I always like to read that in a more ancient,
like in a poetic voice.
Yeah. 4, I can smell that incense better now. 4.
Some of the neighbours are having a barbecue, so that's why we smell a bit of gas.
Yeah. Brand burns from brand. This is 4. Until it's burnt out. Fire is from fire quickened. Man to man. Becomes known by speech, but a fool by his bashful silence. I'm just going to read Bellows, because he sometimes breaks it down really easily.
He does, yeah.
And then we'll uncover it. A brand from brand is kindled and burned, and the fire begotten, and man by speech is known to men, and the stupid by their stillness. So I'm going to go with Bellows again on that one.
I think when it goes on about being stupid with stillness, is like, say for example, you know when there's the whole situation of fight, flight or freeze?
Yeah.
That's kind of the freeze part of it.
Yeah.
That you try and, wit with yourself saying, what do? Do I just stand here look like an idiot? Or shall I fight back against the enemy? Or am I out of number within a situation?
So if you're in a difficult situation, it's about how Woden expects you to know how to react.
Yeah.
How to fight back. So I'll read that one more time from
Try and analyse the situation.
Yeah. A brand from a brand is kindled and burned, and fire from fire begotten, and man by his speech is known to men, and the stupid by their stillness. So it's basically saying a brand from a brand is kindled and burned. So a blow, would it be like a blow from a blow?
Yeah,
like
maybe
shocked.
A physical blow, as in,
it's kind of
struck someone.
Kind of shocked each other, and the fire from the begotten, the fiery blow from the foe. And man, it could be a punch in modern day. It hasn't necessarily got to be a blade. It could be a punch in a fight.
A physical attack.
Yeah. And man by his speech is known to men. So maybe he'll shout in panic or rage, and the stupid by their stillness. But also, the other opponent or yourself may freeze and not know how to act.
So my guess is with the last part, it's either a third person in the situation. Does he try and stop these folk from fighting? Does he?
Oh, is it like someone witnessing it? Is it?
Probably.
So it could be, or it could also, it's possibilities of what it could be. Many things he could be saying. He could be saying there's another person there.
Yeah. Thinking
about how to react between the two fighting. I think what he's talking about is, it starts in hospitality, so it's obviously either in a hall or a tavern or something, an outhouse or something.
And you've probably seen two drunk and start kicking the shit out of each other.
He's obviously talking the worst case scenario of people there that don't get on with each other and it's kicking off.
It's like, for example,
at the point where they're fighting.
Yeah. It's, for example, football. Let me look how that turns out. You got two fans, they're bickering and chanting at each other, and eventually it does lead to a physical act, because we know what football's like today. And so it's like, maybe a fan of that same team of one of the guys might back the other one up and, help him beat the living bejesus out of the other one. Or he might simply say, come on, knock it on you, it's not bloody worth it. And, try and resolve the situation. That is until the next load of hooligans show up.
Definitely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
For example, in a modern term.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much 56 and 57 for tonight. Bit more grim, bit more bold, but that is the Havermal. 58 and 59 will be tomorrow's, everybody. So there we go. And that today is today's Havermal. Can you pop that back in the bag, please, Ray?
You sure not have it? Yeah, because by the time we've done these
We
beers...
should keep it on the table, yeah, because we'll put it when we go up. We'll just leave it.
Put it in the corner of the table or by the cauldron there.
that's pretty much it, everyone. And now we're going to have a few beers down here with some lovely music.
And because since we're in this new way of food, go on, Bill,
Yep.
turn it to me.
Yeah. We have the horns, the bull and the bear horn.
Oh, that one's a bit more wobbly.
The
Some
bull and
new
bear
lovely
horn.
horns.
That's going to be lovely. We're going to be very cosy and medievally ancient down here, like a forebears were.
Oh yes. Oh yes, definitely indeed. It'll be grand.
So that's it now. So may you have the honour to be the wisdom to know, the knowledge to care, and as our forebears did, so shall we. Wassel how drink ale. Brother.
Drink ale.